show you.
Oh my gosh, what kind of shenanigans does Wes Stepp have going on over here? He's back from Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina, and we're doing what now?
You see my new presentation, this
Yes.
little foil thing right here?
Yes.
That screams two things to me, okay? It screams like North Carolina does a lot of summertime pig pickings, barbecues,
Yes.
stuff like that. And this also screams boring to me.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna clear that off to the side. Grab this thing out here for me.
Okay. Oh, I can't believe you're trusting me to do this.
Oh, you're gonna be great. Come on.
Okay.
Bring it on.
All right.
Bring it on. Just put it right on this little
I
plastic.
drop it. All right, so what is under the towel? What
We're
is
gonna do
that?
a red sky pig. We roasted the whole pig, okay? And we're gonna do all the fixings and every single thing, and basically we are gonna do an upscale pig picking today. Here
I
at the
knew.
Hampton.
You know, he came in, Chef, what are you making, right? He was just like, didn't want to say anything to not ruin this moment. Okay, so I'm glad that you did this part ahead of time.
Yeah, I didn't have
Are you happy now? You made us all go, ah!
I'm very happy, and we're gonna do the potato salad, we're gonna do the coleslaw, and we're gonna show you how we do this on chefs on calls and rehearsal dinners, and we do it all the time.
Okie dokie, it's gonna be an adventure today. We'll get started in just a moment. All right, so we've got our wow factor, our shock value, however you want to call it. Chef Wes Stepp is going to talk about something that you do. You said you do a lot at people's homes.
Right.
Just a good old-fashioned pig picking.
Yep. You know, a lot of people come to visit, and they're from the up north, and one thing they think about is when they get in, we'll do a lot of these chefs on calls for large families, 20 or more, and when they get in, they just want something that everybody kind of generally likes, and barbecue is one of those foods. It's like Southern pizza, you know what I mean? Everybody kind of likes it. The other thing is unlike a lot of barbecue places and stuff that do just drop off foil pans and stuff, I always like to put a little style and a little pizzazz to it and to mix it up a little bit. We got some cornbread garnish in it. We've got some fresh curry tuck tomatoes, came out of my dad's garden, so that would be like a salad.
Yep.
We've got our cabbage, which also came out of curry tuck.
Okay.
We've got...
Your dad's always hooking you up.
My dad really does hook me up. Fresh basil, everything. We've got our potatoes, which are red potatoes. We make potato salad. It goes with all our lunches there at the Red Sky Cafe, and people love our potato salad.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. You've made it here for us.
What we have is a little bit of celery seed, a little mayo, a little honey, salt and pepper, kosher salt, cracked pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of tomatoes in there.
So no mayo.
Just a little bit of mayo. Sort of like same thing for the coleslaw, except the coleslaw's got rice wine vinegar in it.
Okay. Give it a little tartness.
Give it a little tartness. And then on the next segment, we're going to actually take the barbecue. What I did was I roasted the pig. Of course, we left the head for the show. And what we're going to do is I pulled the pig, and then I've got a mango barbecue sauce that I'm doing with it. And then I'm going to serve it on a little bit of buttermilk biscuits.
Sounds good.
So something a little bit different also, you know?
Now, let's talk about this guy a little bit. Did you roast the whole thing in the ground?
No, we basically we marinated it. We've got a big grill or pig cooker, and that's generally how a lot of these things go. So it looks like a huge grill, but it's on a trailer, and it'll come back. Sometimes we just do the butts, and we just come in with the pulled pork. We garnish with maybe some part, example, or sometimes we'll roast the whole pig. And we also additionally add clams, shrimp. Then you've got a real Southern style thing going.
So how do people react at home when you bust out, one of these? Are the kids like, awesome?
The kids are awesome. Sometimes you put like a Budweiser bottle in its mouth. Or,
we're looking for an Olympic beret right now to put on our friend here.
And it just basically screams, hey, we're fresh. It's, it is what it is.
It screams, you're not in Kansas anymore.
You're not in Kansas. You're
in the South now.
This ain't Toto.
Right.
So anyway, and it's a lot of fun. Rehearsal dinners, we do a ton of barbecue. For the receptions, it's always the same mirror, but all the little, things that I've done before, the real upscale type stuff. But people love this. And we like to deliver it in a different way, and they walk away going, wow, we've never been to one like that.
Yeah. All right, so you're helping make those vacation memories when you show up with one of these. All right, so the recipe for the potato salad and the coleslaw that Wes whipped together very quickly will be online at thehamptonroadshow.com, as well as where to find Red Sky Cafe in Duck, North Carolina. And the information, too, if you're headed down there sooner, you may be down there right now. Welcome. And you want to get in touch with Wes to maybe come over and hook you up with some barbecue, or you have an extensive menu for the chefs on call. All that information will be online, and as Wes said, when we come back, we'll get to work on the main dish in just a little bit. Sure. All right, look at what Chef Wes Stepp brought. You win for show and tell today. Ariane and Chris and I, we're not even going to take out what we brought because you win with the big head from the big pig picking that you're doing.
The big pig picking.
We were reviewing the last few times that we've been in the kitchen together, and remember you brought the big whole yellowfin tuna, and then the week before that I filleted a fish, and it's becoming like Fear Factor. Every week I feel like you're trying to outdo yourself.
I don't know what I'm going to bring next time, but
neither do I. You know?
We will think about it.
You have suddenly become very unpredictable. You are now like Wes Stepp, loose cannon.
Loose cannon.
Yeah.
Rogue chef.
Right.
I've got my camouflage on today because we are going down south, you know, with this whole thing. You said you went down south and had a pig picking one time.
Yeah, I did a long time ago.
And you loved all the food.
Yep,
it's just like classic comfort food, and everybody does like it. And it is traditional to the, you know, that down south and the Outer Banks. We do a lot of these things.
Yeah.
What I did was I pulled the pork off of the rest of that pig.
Yes, which we're glad you didn't bring the rest.
And I'm going to kick it up just a little bit. Now, North Carolina's got a more traditional vinegar-based barbecue. I twist it up a little bit. I use hoisin sauce, I use pureed mango, and I use rice wine vinegar.
Okay.
So mine's a little bit more saucy, but it's also got a more of an Asian flair to it.
Gotcha.
So that might confuse people a tad, but just like everything else I do, I deliver it on, what I've got is mini buttermilk biscuits. So that's real Southern, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's how we're going to serve that today.
So that's good for like a rehearsal dinner or something where you're making a lot of different things.
Yes, and that's the thing is I'll put it on cornbread. We'll also have scallops. We'll have shrimp. We'll have a boil, you know, or something like that. And it's just kind of like have a beer, kick back. You got your flip-flops on. Really just indicative of what it's like on the Outer Banks.
What is it like on the Outer Banks this year? Because one thing that I am surprised about today is that you have, you know, we're a few minutes in and you haven't hassled us yet about how we haven't gotten down to Duck, North Carolina yet. So what are we missing?
We're saving you a spot down there, and we got plenty of room for you, but it has been, last week was the 4th of July, and it was crazy down there.
Was it?
The weather was really hot. It was beautiful out. There's just so much to do down there. Besides just going to the Red Sky Cafe, Duck itself offers so much to do, and we talked about that a little bit last time. There's also a lot of really good restaurants down there. I went to one up in Corolla the other day. It was Metropolis. It was excellent food, totally different. Anyway, there's just a lot to do. And it's more of a family, laid-back environment. And you've never been there, so it's like I'm trying to educate you on this.
I've been through Duck. I've driven through Duck to get to Corolla. We did a zip trip last year on Corolla, and I was surprised at how much family stuff there was to do. And if it's not a good beach day, you know, the Whalehead Club, and there's that wildlife center, and the kids were catching crabs.
Oh, yeah.
On the sound side. The Wild Horse Museum.
I had a guy come in from New Jersey, and his son's doing environmental something. He's going to college this year.
Yeah.
And he wants me to take him down to the shedding operations where, you know, that they're doing the soft shell crabs. You can go down to Wanchese, and you can go visit the processing plant where the fish are coming through and everything. The aquarium is awesome down there. On a rainy day, go down to the aquarium. We do a lot of weddings at the aquarium, so we set up around the fish tanks and everything. So like Jaws will be swimming through, and you're eating your...
You just reach in and be up.
You're eating your cod.
They probably don't let you do that.
They don't let you do that. But, you know, the Elizabethan Gardens, there's just a lot to do. Go, if you're in Duck, go on up to Corova, check out the wild horses.
Yeah.
It is, you know, it's exciting, it's beautiful. That whole part of the beach is just, I love it up there.
You're like an honorary member of the visitors board for the Outer Banks.
I've been down there a long time, and I do love it. I love the people, too.
Yeah.
I love the other business owners, and, you know, it's busy this time of year, but you come down in the fall, besides just hurricane time when you come down, you know, you come down to fall, you get to meet a lot of different business owners.
That's what we're waiting for.
I know.
That's what Chris and Ariana and I
There's a disaster on the Outer Banks, Carrie's here.
All right, well, I'll call you and I'll say, look, I'm going to be stranded for 2 days. Open up.
And you know what? We will.
Okay. All right, thanks. Well, Ariana and Chris will be joining me in just a little bit to give the barbecue a try in just a bit.
You got it, babe.
All right, don't forget lunch, dinner, cocktails at the Red Sky Cafe, 1197 Duck Road in Duck, North Carolina. You probably want to make a reservation or at least give them a call. www.redskycafe.com, 252-261-8646.